The woman awoke from sleep to find herself trapped in a locked room. Her hands were tied, and iron chains bound her body tightly. Just as she screamed for help, a voice suddenly came from above. The room's lights instantly shifted to a dark red. According to the AI's instructions, she had to complete a simple task within a set time, using any means necessary to move the objects on the table. But the woman had no mind for the task. Her only thought was to break free and escape this strange place. The AI, however, gave her a reason she couldn't ignore. If the task wasn't completed in time, her young daughter would be killed. The threat struck at the core of her being. She screamed her daughter's name in a panic. At that moment, the display in front of her suddenly changed, and a countdown appeared. After a moment to collect herself, she decided to follow the instructions first, then figure out her next move. She tried to bite through the thick, coarse straps binding her, but it was impossible. Despairing, she lowered her head, and then noticed her shoes. An idea sparked. She glanced at the timer and, seeing there was enough time, bent down to untie her shoelaces. She threaded one lace through the left-hand strap and tied the other lace to it. Then, using a pedaling motion, she rubbed the lace repeatedly against the strap. Once she found the right technique, it became a race against time. After a while, the strap finally wore through. Overjoyed, she quickly grabbed the shoe from the floor. She checked the timer, but the squares on the display were disappearing faster and faster. Holding one shoe, she reached for the other, but the lace wasn't long enough. With time nearly up, she went all in, throwing the shoe directly. Luckily, it hit the pencil at the last moment, completing the task. The red light faded back to normal. Just as she lifted her head to speak, her body was suddenly jolted by an electric shock, and she fell into unconsciousness. In her dream, she saw her beloved daughter playing freely on a beach. She happily spoke to her daughter and lay down on the soft sand. But dreams were always too short. When she awoke, it had vanished. Seeing that the AI remained silent, the woman began inspecting her surroundings. The lights on the walls couldn't be touched. They delivered a mild shock. The metal chairs on the floor were firmly secured. She stood on one chair and reached for the ceiling, but found no weaknesses. On the table, she noticed a plate with something colorful on it, and next to it lay a spoon.